the rites shall come to bear, illuminate the signs, the exiles shall be there.
Hello everyone out there in internet land, welcome back to another fantastic 5kg video. My name is Connor, and we are back with Pyre. So last time we left off, we are at the base of Big Mountain, and we are heading on our way to the next rite. We found out that Volfred, Sandalwood, is actually planning an attempted coup of the Commonwealth government, because those always go so well, and we are going to be his pawns in that game. We also found out that technically, as a reader, the rights do not guarantee our freedom. So that was a bit of a harsh revelation, but we're going to power through. And also we had some private tutoring with Hedwyn. He had his scrying orb trial and got his unique item. So, yay. But other than that, there wasn't much else to do, nothing really to discuss with anybody. So, we will discuss the plan. Earlier, Volfred called for a group meeting, presumably to reveal his plan in more detail. Instead, he reveals some bad news. Wait, what are you saying? What I'm saying, my boy, is that while you can indeed get yourself out of here, it can't be all of you at once. We earn our way back one by one, or not at all. But I thought I'd swore that we'd go free together. We may go free together yet, but it's going to take time, and this is only the first phase. You, Hedwyn, and the others exchange glances. Let me make this plainer for you still. Here is how the coming days are going to unfold. First, we're going to ascend Mount Alodiel, there to the north. You may not think this wagon's fit for it, though rest assured, it's made the journey many times. Next, we'll pass through Scribe's Gate. Only the worthy pass through there, as your reader could attest, if she did not merely skim that chapter of the book. Afterwards, we'll reach the Fall of Sullium, and meet our adversaries in the rites. They are to be the Tempers, led by the demon Ignarius. You'll know him when you see him. Both you and they shall choose someone from your respective ranks. Then, once one of the triumvirates prevails, their somebody will be whisked home to the Commonwealth. Whisked home to the Commonwealth? Precisely. Once returned, our somebody is taken in and clothed and fully pardoned. The Commonwealth knows about all this? The same Commonwealth that says a sentence into exile is forever, and freedom from the downside is impossible? Many of these details the scribes themselves wished to be kept secret. Former exiles and the leaders of the Commonwealth alike have good incentive to protect those secrets as well. So then, that's it. We climb the mountain, someone goes back, and everyone else stays? For most of the participating in the rites, yes, that's it. But I like your connotation, and indeed, for us, that isn't it at all. If one of us returns, it shall be just a step along our path. However, let's let that sit for now. Gather your strength. We'll talk again on our way up. Volfred leaves the rest of you consider what he said. You have time now for your vocations. At dawn, you shall begin your ascent of Mount Alodiel. So last time we did some private tutoring, we did some mentor or companion. I think this time we're going to study in private, because that'll give just an overall bonus to our group. You excuse yourself from the others to go pore over the Book of Rites and its mysteries. Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. Focus on which aspect of the Book of Rites. We've already done its fundamental purpose, so all of our characters' glory went up by 1. I'm going to say +1 hope will increase everyone's respawn time, and I'm making a lot of mistakes lately and letting people get caught, so I'm gonna do that. You extract a deeper meaning from the words and teachings of the Book of Rites, once you feel it in your core, yet struggle to articulate. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within. You cannot tell. You gain the reader's influence, spirit. Cool! So everyone has +1 hope, meaning that everyone has +1 to their respawn timers. Well, +1 stat to respawn. +2 reader's influence. Now, I don't know if that means... I don't know if we... Yeah, I don't think we actually kept our last big bonus, but I thought those bonuses were permanent. Maybe they're not. I don't know. It's been a while. No one to talk to, though, so let's continue our journey. Mount Alodiel. And the wagon chugs along. Mount Alodiel. Here before you lies Mount Alodiel, stretching far beyond your line of sight. Somewhere upon this mountain lies the only place from which you can escape the downside. Your companions gather again before Volfred, who stands tall as ever. Whether from the cold air or the subject now at hand, you sense a tension in the air. Now then, you all have many questions, no? I've done a lot of talking, so go on, ask away. But there is only silence. One question stands out in your mind, which you refrain from asking yet. If only one of you is to go free first, who shall it be? Go on now, don't be shy, who first? Questions. Why us? Why you indeed, madame, that I can explain. You've seen the sort you stand against as adversaries in the rites. What is it that they want, do you suppose? They want their freedom back, of course. They'll settle for it on the Commonwealth's own terms. They'll gain their freedom and some cushy new responsibilities. Perhaps then they'll have a hand in sending still more exiles here to join us. Think on it. The Commonwealth rose from the ashes of a fallen empire thanks to the efforts of the first exiles who escaped this place via the rites. It is the Commonwealth's first and proudest tradition to honor those ones who live to redeem their transgressions. They have a certain wisdom, do they not? But as for you, I have been looking for a certain set of dispositions for a good length of time. All I needed was for somebody appropriate to show up and to listen. So I planted many little eyes and ears throughout this land, whispering hints of this, absurd as it may sound. Took someone with a certain faith and creativity to go for it. That someone proved to be Hedwin over there. He was tasked with seeking 2 trustworthy allies, an old buried wagon and a reader. He was invited to bring others for the ride, all different sorts. Gather enough help and he and his friends could be free. Long story, but you know much of the rest. So then, why you? Because I've reason to believe you're not the sort to play right back into the Commonwealth's old hand. The rites, as you have seen, are quite exclusive. You are imposters in this little party. You could be the ones to break it up. Now then, more questions. Your head is beginning to spin. You can excuse yourself or keep listening. I'm gonna keep listening. Volfred's explanations are a lot to take in, though you feel compelled to absorb as much of what he is willing to tell you as at this point. He prompts for further questions when Jodariel raises her voice again. Hold. You mistook my meaning, and I understand your plan. Still, I wish to know, why us? Among all others, chosen for this liberation rite. On a blooded moon at the fall of Solium, an exile from the prevailing triumvirate shall go free. Ah, I see. Well, that is simple really, madame. You are chosen. You are qualified, I should say, because, as the expression goes, 'tis what the scribes ordain. Though in this case, the expression is quite literally true. When the Eight created the rites, each one of them anointed certain other exiles to participate on their behalf, exiles who showed some promise of redemption. The triumvirate they formed have stood the test of time, replenishing their numbers as their individuals moved on or passed on. You've met them as they are today, the accusers, the withdrawn, and so on. The Eight Scribes also formed a special group, against which all others would be judged. That group they called the Nightwings. You bear their books, wear their masks and raiments. You need but show up to the rites, you see. The others Eastwhile jockey for position for a chance to take you on. Yeah, well, what if we don't? What if we don't show up? Then you would deny yourselves a chance at freedom, and deny it also to your adversaries. Victory means nothing in a common rite then. Participation is all that matters. Not so, madame. Only the enlightened may regain their freedom. When failure can be an excellent teacher, the scribes do favor the victor. So you see, those who do not conduct the rites or do not prevail in them sufficiently, they may find themselves barred from the liberation rites. But these are technicalities. The Nightwings disbanded years ago. Since then, no one has gone free. Yet still the other triumvirants pressed on with fleeting hope that one day you'd be back. It's been a heavy price to pay in all of this. Now, if you'll excuse me, we'll talk again some other time. Some murmur to themselves about all this as Volfred takes his leave. Others reconnoiter pathways leading up the mountain and present you with some options. Damn. Okay, well that was a bit of an exposition dump. So, the Nightwings have been around for a while, and without the Nightwings, no one can go free in the rites. But victory isn't the only way to beat the rites. I don't know. It seems like a bit of an overly complicated system. Emperor's Ascent. Shay believes the 8 scribes will bless whoever goes through here. Her hunches have always been right. Pamtha expects long-lost valuables to be stashed here. Ooh, we like goodies. Goodies are good. I think going with Shay has always led us to getting a blessing. I like that idea. Because those blessings can come in handy. Ahem. The sublime beauty of Mount Alodiel, along with the thin air this high above the sea, has been enough to silence even the most talkative of your companions. However, Shay has been positively bursting with excitement. Isn't it wonderful? I think it really is, don't you? Oh, Tizo seems to not share Shay's enthusiasm. He does not like the cold. You've been here before, Tizo, isn't that so? Why would you ever leave? I wouldn't leave. I'd stay. I think I'd stay. Unless maybe I got too cold or hungry. Wait, is that? Something about her changes then. Wait, look, but Tizo, don't you see? Look, don't you see them there? Tizo seems to be exclaiming something in utter disbelief. You yourself see nothing, but Shay rises almost off her feet as the imp looks on, astonished. Was that the scribes? It was. I know it was. They said something to me. They spoke to me. They told us we are welcome. That we're welcomed here. Shay runs off to spread the word among all your companions. Strangely enough, her enthusiasm is infectious, and in spite of everything, your spirit rises. +2 hope! Nice! Plus, with the bonus we did from our private study, that means we've got +3 hope. I think that's almost like half a second off respawn times. That's great. Oh, 2 more choices. Hedwyn expresses a passing whim to see the view from here. Sir Gilman wishes to look upon the sacred waters here. I like your idea of seeing the view, Hedwyn. Hedwyn is so far my favorite character. What to choose? Do I want to make Hedwyn happy or do I want to make Sir Gilman happy? I want to go with Hedwyn. You and Hedwyn walk in silence for some time as he conducts a customary survey of the area. Well, my friend, no sign of howlers, as Jody would say. No sign of anything at all. You sense something is troubling him. Oh, it's just... I've been giving lots of thought to everything that Volfred's told us. In another couple of days, one of us may be gone all of a sudden. Or... I don't mean to put it that way. One of us could go free. We earn our way back one by one, as he said. I want you to know something. The others and I, we talked it over, and when the time comes, we want you to decide. Decide who gets to go free, if anyone. This might all be part of Volfred's plan, but we got here thanks to you. And even though I'm worrying right now about splitting us up, I guess if Volfred has his way, all of us will meet up on the other side. And won't that be a day? Yeah, that'll be a day, alright. Worst case, we keep failing in the rites and be stuck down here together, just like this. The two of you walk in silence for a time. When at last you return to the wagon, Hedwyn turns to you again. Thanks for the company. I think I'm better now. Hedwyn, feels more prepared for the next rite. Hope likewise for the best. Oh shit, he earned some enlightenment! Well, fuck yeah! My boy, Hedwyn! You're my boy, Blue! Blue, you're my boy! That one was for you, Manny. You and your companions gather at the Scribe Gate, where the single narrow trail to the summit narrows even more, and falls under an archway carved of stone. Come along now, everyone, and be prepared to speak your mind when you are called. Frankly, most of you still lack enlightenment, but we may pass together, much how we act as with a single heart and mind during the rites. Well then, lead onward, Tariq. Please, follow me. Removing his hat, the lone minstrel approaches the gate. You and all the others follow. When the last of your companions nears the arch, you notice someone standing high above, who then appears before you. She eyes the lone minstrel first. Is that you, Tariq? It is. Greetings, Celeste. And how was your rest? Too long, Celeste. It seems your work has piled up in the meantime. You bring this many to the gate. Aye. Then let us make this quick. She gestures toward the rest of you. Now, each of you, in turn, state who you are and what you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate. Do as she says, please, without questioning. Your fellow exiles exchange glances, but quickly comply. I'll start. They call me Hedwin the Deserter. I've come here seeking freedom for myself and my companions. In my case, so I can return to be with the one whom I love. The woman bids him forward. The lone minstrel prompts Ruki to speak up next. I am regarded by the name Ruki Greentail. I just want to get out of here, I guess, with my chums preferably. Go see Mama back home. I am Captain Jodariel. I do not truly know as yet what I am seeking here. Oh, my name is Shay, and I am here, I think, because the scribes have called to me. It must be them, because if not, then who? Skriko! Tizo seeks to live up in the Nightwing's legacy, and maybe see the Commonwealth someday. Sir Gilman of the Sea Domain at your service! This knight is on a quest to find his honor. He lost it at a certain point. Pamitha Thane, I'm only here because my sister's here. Then, as Volfred steps forward, the one called Celeste raises her voice. You, I recognize you from the Nightwings of the past. You are not clad in the raiments any longer. I would know why. I had my chance already. The Nightwings that stand before you, I traveled with them as a pilgrim now. I see. Then state why you are here, as have the others. My name is Volfred Sandalwood. I seek liberty for each of us, so that one day we all might stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side and bring our freedom to the people there. She waves him by. Then she turns to you, for there is no one left to go. Let's see. Reasons why we traverse the gate. You are just a crippled scholar. When they learned you knew the old ways, they came for you, and you could not run far. You are just an old farmhand. Your youth is gone, but your thirst for knowledge earned you a trip to the downside nonetheless. You are just a war orphan. Years of strife between the Commonwealth and the High Wing remnants have afflicted you since birth. You do not know who you are. Try as you might, you cannot make out the details of your life. What your life was like in the Commonwealth. I feel like the game's pushing for something. Like saying that we don't remember what life was like in the Commonwealth, like it's gonna lead to some weird twist. I'm gonna say we don't remember who we are. You cannot, for the life of you, recall a time before arriving in the downside. Details of the Commonwealth are scarce within your mind. Perhaps you wanted to forget that place. The one called Celeste continues to examine you, expecting you to add to your response. You want to see what happens. You want revenge. You want to help your friends. You want true freedom. I want to help my friends. Your companions you have met here, who have helped you to survive and to find kinship in the downside. Your priority is to ensure that they achieve their goals. That is all you wish for now. The woman regards you for a time, then nods once and waves all of you by. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome here. Go forth with glory. And Tariq. Ay, Celeste. Be on your way as well. The lone minstrel bows his head and puts his hat back on. He does not look back at her. Damn. That was intense. The Guardian of the Gate. There it is. Suliam's Fall. From the top of Mount Alodiel, you can see the distant downside before you. You think on the many thousand leagues you crossed to reach this point as the sky grows dim. Oh, we've got a lot of things to do. Oh my goodness. Let's check out the slug market. Psst. Hey guys! So, just so you're aware and all, I know how come you're here. How come you made it all the way up here? Oh, I know alright. You're here cause the lowest prices and all the downside, am I right? And some of the new stuff I got in stock, oh, you're gonna get all the values here. An awful lot. Yes, Ron. That is absolutely why. Scribe Snuff. Unlearn any masteries and choose again. Neat. I actually, what do we got? I want to pinch a dust. And a pinch more dust. I'm just buying all the stardust. I'm just gonna improve the talismans. Tell all your friends about us because I already told mine. Okay, so let's... Oh, Jody wants to talk. Okay. Jodariel appears to be prepared for whatever is to come this night. Though it is not dark yet, she is already in her raiments. Hedwyn soon joins her, also looking ready. Any sign of Ruki? Not as yet. Complained about a chafing at the collar of his mask. Our freedom might be hanging on that collar then. I am certain that it is. They share a laugh together. The three of you exchange glances, but nothing is said, or needs to be said. Soon, if Volfred is to be believed, one of your companions may regain his or her freedom. Hey! What'd I miss? Am I late? Is it starting? Is it starting yet? Easy, Rookie. We've got a little time. It isn't starting yet. How fare your struggles with your mask, Greentail? Feeling a lot better, thanks. Just had to smash it repeatedly against a wall for a little bit. Put some of the old nerves to bed there, for good measure. Though, this is really happening, huh? One of us might be getting out of here, like, soon. By dawn, in fact, if all goes well. If all goes well. That's one way to look at it, I guess. What are you getting at, Greentail? Well, it's just... we might be breaking up the band here, people. If one of us gets out. That's been bugging me a while now. I thought we all were getting out of here at once. He shoots a look at you. Some of us, we might not be getting out of here at all. Hedwyn slams his fist against the wall. No, not if I can help it. We made a promise to each other. Each of us, the four of us, we're all getting out of here. I care about the others too, I do. But we've been here from the start. I want you to know, my promise is to you, and I believe you'll do the same for me. So, it's like this. If any one of us gets out, great. But it's just a start. We're going to do whatever it takes there, on the other side, to make it so the rest of us can get back here too. What? You think they're gonna build a bridge down here if we ask nicely or something? I don't know what it's going to take. I just know we have to try. Jodariel turns to you. Reader, we shall find a way. She nods to reassure you, and to reassure herself. Ruki nods his head in turn, and Hedwyn's gaze never once falters. Well, my friends, I think it's just about time. Let's go. One by one, they turn towards the door. The fall of Solium awaits, a vital step in your quest for freedom. Yet you feel in your heart that it shall only be the first. Your 3 companions each gain +1 hope for the liberation rite. Steel yourself in turn. Whew, so I wonder, does that mean it might be different if we choose Hedwyn, Ruki, and Jody for that first rite? What's this? Riverfrost. A keepsake from Scolarian Shore. So cold it can burn the skin, but keeps the wagon cool and food fresher longer. So it's like dry ice. Neat. Where is everybody? Jody is nearby. Ruki is sniffing the book. Hedwyn is nearby. Pamitha practicing her breathing. Sir Gilman contemplating his existence. Damn, son. Shay is saluting the scribes. Tizo is up in the rafters. Alright, so, one more thing before we go. Let's read the next passage of the Book of Rites. The Mercy Shown. Ahem. In the words of Golathanian, the Master General. The Imp Halb and I, we helped to save my Emperor, and when the danger did subside, my Emperor Solium Mur, he said something to me, which took me to the essence of my being. He said, "You gave your freedom, Master Golathanian, so that I may yet have mine. You too now are an exile of the downside. In all the days which I have left, I never could repay the mercy you have shown me. So, if I cannot do this with my life, do so in this life, then I shall do it in the next. We cross the land together, and together with the imp, we gain the company of those who saw in him what I did." Okay. Neat. Now there's a lot more chapters to the Book of Rites, though. Like, we have chapters on, I'm assuming, all the scribes. But let's take a look at our group one more time. So everybody's got a boost, but our homies in particular, Jody, you're too big. I can't see your fucking experience wheel. Jody, Hedwyn, and Ruki all have even more. So everyone's got +2 hope for Solium's blessing, and +2 hope for my reader's influence. And then my 3 primary companions have +1 hope for high morale. So, pretty awesome. Okay, so I think that's a good place to call it, though. We are set and ready to go for the Liberation Rite. We've said our goodbyes, we've made our peace with everyone, and now all that's left is to fight for our freedom. But that's gonna have to wait till next time. Thank you for joining me today, guys. If you liked the video, hit that like button. If you have a comment, throw it down in the comment section down below this video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, smash the fuck out of that subscribe button so that you know whenever we put out a new video, and you'll be the first to know when it's time for us to take on the Rite of Liberation. Today was a really good episode. We got a lot of little story bits taken care of, some nice character interactions, and I am very interested to see what happens next. Because I feel like this is very much not going to be anywhere near the end of our journey with Pyre. So I'm excited to see what happens, and I hope you guys are too. But as always, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. You know I always appreciate your time and your viewership. I will see you in the next installment, and as always, have a good one.
All are not the same, but three shall